Chuck and Franny at the movies. Welcome back. We have just finished watching Iron Man 2. And what did you think?
The beginning, didn't really like it, but by the end, I actually liked Tony, so I don't really know.
You like Tony?
At the end, yes. But at the beginning, I was like, oh.
Oh, you're always like, Tony.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
What about you?
I liked it. A lot of people who were fans of the first Iron Man movie thought it was a little underwhelming.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, I liked it. I thought this was the first time we got to have that Marvel feel to the movies.
Feel?
Yeah. Because, we talked about the first Iron Man movie wasn't quite, didn't quite have the same tone as the later movies. And Incredible Hulk was actually, a pretty dark movie. It wasn't actually very funny. But this movie had that blend of humor and drama, kind of the kind of balance.
Wow. So like the third one. So
the third movie they ever made.
Takes
at least
a while
the studio
to get their stride.
And Coulson was more Coulson-y this time around. He was more, had a very dry wit. He politely and calmly threatened Tony.
He threatens him with a smile.
They're just very, very calm, very matter of fact. Like, I'm going to taser you and watch. Was Super Nanny, right?
I'll watch Super Nanny while you drool on the carpet, and he's just smiling like he's telling him, "Let's eat lollipops."
Right.
Really,
So that's a very Coulson thing to say. See, that felt like Coulson. Happy had a little bit more to do.
Yeah, he beat up one guy.
Because of the first Iron Man movie, he was just sort of in the background every once in a while. Just, yes, Mr. Stark. No, Mr. Stark. This time around,
I was just happy to see Black Widow.
You're happy to see Black Widow, but this time around, Happy Hogan is a bit more. He has stuff to do. He seems a little bit more tired of Tony. Like once you get to Spider-Man: Homecoming,
even Black Widow, he's just like. She's like, do you want me to drive? Black Widow says, do you want me to drive? And he's like, no, I'll drive.
Yeah. But yeah, by Spider-Man: Homecoming, though, he's a lot more disgruntled. So he gradually becomes more and more disgruntled.
He's older.
Yeah, I guess
he just becomes an older guy. That's what happens with age.
Well, I think it's more about working for Tony Stark for 10 years. I think has more to do with that.
Yeah, well, he's a bit of a child, especially in this movie.
But
the whole scene where he comes into the expo and he lands on the stage and all the girls are dancing and stuff. And I'm like, oh. And
that's Tony Stark.
But my favorite scene is when what's her name, Natasha.
The Black Widow.
Black Widow, knocks Happy down.
Yes.
In the ring.
Yes.
He's like, have you had boxing class? And she's like, yeah. He's like, what? And Booty Roundup, and I'm like, oh. Kick his ass. And then she does.
Booty Roundup. What is that? And then, she does, the whole, Hurricania or whatever it's called. She jumps on the guy's, shoulders.
I don't know what it's called.
Does a flip and throws him over.
He's just like, don't take your eyes off the opponent. And she's just
blocks
him without even looking, knocks him off his ass. So he totally deserved that.
Yeah. You got to see Black Widow the first time in this movie.
Yeah, sorry, that's all I want to talk about is her.
That's all you want to talk about? Go ahead, talk about her.
Well, you go on. I just she kicked ass.
Okay.
I liked it.
Sure.
Probably maybe why I liked the second half better. Because she was in it.
Because she fights, yeah.
And she fights.
Yeah.
So that's why I probably the second half. Probably had nothing to do with Robert Downey Jr.
Yeah, just Scarlett Johansson. Scarlett
Johansson was
Black
awesome.
Widow.
Yeah. That's why I liked the second half. Anyways.
Yeah.
So.
Got to see War Machine, also his origin.
Yes.
Don Cheadle.
I guess I assumed that he always had the suit, but I guess there had to have been some kind of story, some kind of push to get him to put on the suit.
Yep. And I liked it because I talked about that the Iron Man video where I think Don Cheadle is the sort of guy who you can see going into Tony Stark's house, taking one of his suits and then beating him up. Like he's that kind of guy.
No, well, Howard, not Howard. Sorry, he deserved it.
Oh yeah, he deserved it. But I mean, you kind of need
feel
that.
kind of sad for him because he was dying and
Yeah.
he just wanted to have a good last birthday. Like, what would you do if, like, tomorrow was your last birthday?
I would put on a super suit, get drunk, and pee in it. Apparently.
No.
But
you wouldn't make a masturbation joke to the camera like he did.
Oh, Robert Downey Jr. Yeah, you can always count on me to pleasure myself.
Ugh.
Come on, I thought if anyone's gonna pull off that joke, it's Robert Downey Jr. Pull off, because of the Anyway.
Okay. Moving on.
I had to do that.
Yes, you did.
I know. I mean, it was
of course.
really hard for me, and I had to have
Not the kind
that.
of joke a girl would make. I don't.
No,
Well, maybe,
could sure.
Maybe there are girls out there that make jokes like that.
Well, there are girls out there that make jokes like that. Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely. Yeah.
Okay.
Just show you some Sarah Silverman stand up.
So Pepper becomes the CEO for 1 week.
Yeah, I've always been kind of confused.
And then she just quits?
Yeah, I've always been kind of confused because...
And now they're a couple?
Well, they are a couple, but in later movies, I've always been kind of curious to know what her position is in Stark Industries, because it is a little confusing.
What does she do? She just goes back to being his secretary?
She's not his secretary anymore, because in Iron Man 3, she's there, and she's doing stuff, but I'm not sure exactly
doing
what
stuff for the company?
Yeah. Yeah. In Civil War, kind of, but it made it look like she quit the company, but in Spider-Man Homecoming, she's with the company again, but it's still unclear.
And then they get engaged.
Right, but that's jumping ahead, I guess. But yeah, it's kind of... Yeah, her position's kind of odd. I don't quite get it.
She's just there. Well, I guess we'll wait till we see those movies to kind of confirm.
Yeah.
But anyways.
Even after you see those movies the first time, I was always confused. I'm like, wait, is she CEO or not? What does she do?
Well, she quit, so
Yeah,
I'm assuming not in the second one.
Yeah.
Or, I'm sorry, the third one. Or what's
She shows up in Avengers, too.
What's next?
What's next for her?
No, what's next in the line of the Marvel
Oh,
movie?
Thor.
Thor?
Because remember, Coulson
So
goes off
so
to
she's
get
not
Thor's
in
hammer,
there.
or look at Thor's hammer, the
Oh,
desert.
yeah, the end of credits scene.
Yeah, and Nick Fury is like, oh, I got more problems in the Northwest, and then Coulson has to go out to New Mexico.
Well, I wouldn't have known that was a reference to Thor if you didn't tell me.
Well, you saw that after credits scene, too.
Yeah, but I still wouldn't have known.
No. The hammer didn't give it away?
No, but connection to the other scene where Coulson said he's being
oh.
reassigned. I wouldn't have known what that was talking about.
So, going to New Mexico, the land of enchantment.
Yeah. Well,
So, yeah. Get rid of that little ad there. Anyway, sorry, we were having a pop-up for a VPN. Can't see ourselves.
Oh, now we can see ourselves.
Oh yeah, Nick Fury, he's in it. I mean, he showed up for...
It's kind of like the babysitter yelling at the kids.
Oh yeah. That's every Sam Jackson role ever.
Yeah?
Ever.
Best?
No, that's every Sam Jackson role ever.
Oh, yeah.
Where he's just a babysitter yelling at the kids. Just... I mean, have you ever seen a Sam Jackson movie where he's not yelling at people as if he's a babysitter?
No.
No.
No. Tell us if you do now.
Maybe Coming to America, he had a cameo in that one. He was still yelling, but he was a... Anyway.
Yeah. He's got a good yelling voice.
It's like everything he says sounds like he's yelling. I mean, he's talking quietly. Somehow he does that.
So if you ever want to, like, scold your kids...
Do a Sam Jackson impression.
Use that kind of voice in the... Sorry.
Oh, and one other thing I want to talk about. Sam Rockwell playing Justin Hammer.
Yeah, that guy was a douche.
Yeah, I liked him.
Yeah?
Yeah.
He was a good villain?
Good. Yeah, well, he's good foil. He's not quite a villain, because the villain's actually Vanko, played by Mickey Rourke. but
Okay.
he is a bad guy. I mean, he is a villain, but
He's so like
weaselly and greasy
weaselly,
and
it's
slimy.
Like,
It's like every scene he's in, he wants to be cool, but he's just in over his head.
he wants in the part where he goes on the stage and he's dancing all alone. I'm like,
That's Sam Rockwell's thing, by the way.
he wants to like have the cheerleaders like Tony did.
Well, he said like he has the robots. He's like, well, it's a hell of a lot better than the cheerleaders. Let me tell you.
Mm-hmm.
Which I don't know,
Mm-hmm.
give or take. But yeah, I guess robots would be better technically. He has a point.
Yeah.
But you know, Sam Rockwell's thing is that he dances in all of his roles, or tries
really?
to. Yeah.
He's not very good at it.
Yeah, but yeah, it's kind of like Christopher Walken.
He just kind of like shuffles.
Yeah.
I'm a terrible dancer. I'd probably do a little better than him.
Maybe, I don't know. Well, I mean, that's also part of the character. He's a nerdy guy. In other movies, he actually kind of like can boogie a little bit better.
So the character kind of sucks at dancing.
Sucks at everything. That's his point. It's just
Right, like when he was gonna shoot what they called that little missile thing.
The
on
ex-wife?
The War Machine's shoulder called the ex-wife, and then
Yeah.
it like bounces off the guys.
yeah.
And Tony's like, Hammer Industries.
It's like, yeah.
He knew exactly like why it was malfunctioning. He should have known. There's a reason why Stark Industries is better.
And I like that scene where he's showing off all the guns
Mm-hmm.
to Rhodes. Like, this is a blah blah shotgun, but you're not a hunter. This is a grenade launcher for tear gas. That's hippie control.
And you were
Plus, I have a-
laughing about the size does matter joke.
Yeah. Let me tell you, size does matter. Yeah. A lot of penis references in this movie. What's wrong with that?
That's why it's such a guy's movie. There's masturbation jokes, there's penis jokes, there's all kinds of.
Did they make a fart joke? That's a trifecta. That's the
I
guy trifecta.
don't know if they did. I missed it. Did you hear one? No.
No, I didn't. So there is a pee joke. It's close enough.
Oh, that was gross.
Yeah. The movie sounds a lot more vulgar than it is all of a sudden. But yeah. Oh, and remember I told you about the kid with the little Iron Man mask? Now at the time, that was just a kid that Iron Man saved. But a lot of fans were like, hey, wouldn't it be cool if that's actually Spider-Man? Like Peter Parker's a little kid, later on he becomes Spider-Man and he's with Iron Man. Now at the time, Sony had complete control over Spider-Man.
Mm-hmm.
So they didn't think that Spider-Man would ever be in the Marvel movies. Fast forward, and Tom Holland becomes Spider-Man.
Mm-hmm.
Now after that, Tom Holland heard about the fan theory that was actually a young Peter Parker with the Iron Man mask. Because, he's kind of a science kid, so he would... And that's in Queens. So he would probably be there. That's where Spider-Man lives, is at Queens.
Mm-hmm.
So, he said, yeah, I actually kind of like that theory. He talked to Kevin Feige. Kevin Feige is the guy who oversees all of the Marvel movies, Marvel Studios.
Mm-hmm.
And he said, okay, yeah, that's canon now. So that is the first appearance of Peter Parker.
Aww,
It's canon.
Young Peter Parker.
Young Peter Parker. And that's probably why he looks up to Tony now.
Aww.
Yeah.
It's very sweet.
Yeah. Kind of fun how that just wasn't supposed to be that, but it just turns into that anyway, so.
Well, they don't show the kid's face at all.
No.
Yeah.
No. So, I don't know, anything else?
No, that's it for me.
Okay. Next movie? Well,
Thor.
Thor. So,
The hammer guy with the big muscles and the long hair.
the chiseled abs.
He looks better with short hair.
Does. I think he's hot either way.
He's better with short hair.
You know, that's the guy I would swing for, just so you know.
Okay, that's it.
So on that note, all right, see you next time.
Bye.